I think I touched my dick again. It's burning.
R.I.P. Your dick.
Burning.
Dude, why is it burning, dog?
Bro, we just went in deep with hot sauces again.
I was gonna say I have like weird little cuts on my fingers, and I feel like the hot sauce is getting into my fingers.
I'm okay because I didn't eat any of it.
Hey, fuck you and your Charizard.
And I got a Charizard.
Ian's just had an amazing Sunday so far. He stole and opened one of Austin's packs in this game we've been doing.
Austin said he wanted to go in the middle. I didn't say I wanted to go first.
It was consensual.
Yeah.
Video coming on the channel soon. Expect it. Bleach Boys.
I'm almost feeling like uploading the videos separately might be better.
Digestibly, yes. Like as far as having digestible content where you make something
and just content coming out.
Yeah, multiple videos rather than spending all this time on one video that gets, a few hundred views and then plateaus. You're probably right on that. Give us more to work with rather than,
It gives us more chances to fuck with the YouTube algorithm.
Wow, you still can't talk. I mean, this spice has really affected our lips.
We're talking about if we should combine all of our videos like we've done with the last 3, or is it
2?
The last 2 Bleach Boys shows.
Yep.
Or uploading content one video at a time.
I've heard kind of mixed reviews on that. Like some people really like the format, but they would rather have more consistent content as well.
Yeah.
So
makes sense, yeah.
It's kind of just
if we do like a video a week, like an actual like different video, it wouldn't be too hard, especially between the 3 of us. The video you guys uploaded is just epic, honestly.
The skit
is great.
Yeah. We just gotta do more of those. That's the only thing.
Of course.
2 collective weeks of being like remarkably sick though. Went into.
That's why we're sick.
That.
We made that video and it made us sick.
Nah, but like last week
I infected him. That's why.
Yeah, last week we were like kissing in San Francisco and it got like really fucking like hot and heavy in there.
That's why we didn't have a podcast last week because they were both going.
Yeah, we were in the gayest town in America doing the gayest thing possible.
Dude, is that PC?
Listening to Porter Robinson together.
Is it actually like the gayest city in America?
San Francisco?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's...
I know, I'm like asking if like statistically if it actually is.
Let's ask Google.
Yeah, ask Google. I want to hear it like live on the mic. Put it right up to the microphone.
What is the gayest city in America?
Dude.
Wait.
What?
Damn, nobody was right on that.
Wait, what was it? Providencetown?
Yeah.
Rhode Island?
Massachusetts.
Oh, Mass.
What the hell?
There's so many providences.
Why is that not more known? Why is San Francisco? Well, I guess because of the 80s, right?
It must be just a per capita. It just must be like...
Oh, that's true. San Francisco's pretty big.
Yeah,
it's also pretty
so many
gay.
gays. I don't care about PC. You know me.
Dude, can we title this podcast, What's the Gayest State in America?
I mean, there's a lot of topics to go over this, podcast.
Plus San Francisco, I feel like there's so many people there and there's so many cultural niches.
That's true.
Inside.
Right.
Not just everybody's gay in San Francisco.
Maybe San Francisco's more bi now.
Oakland.
Should we look up what's the biased city?
What's the biased city?
Dude, Oakland was like way cooler than San Francisco, like remarkably.
San Francisco kind of sucked ass and Oakland was dope.
So you guys went down there Saturday morning?
Yeah.
And then you went to the festival all day, right?
Right.
And then the next day you only went for a few hours and then left.
No, we went to San Francisco. It was only a one-day thing. They had 2 Wow. You just sneezed.
I went away, dude. I went away from the mic. I went away.
They had 2 mirrored days. So Saturday and Sunday were identical. Except on Sunday, they had a special guest from like 1 hour slot. And you know who the guest was? It was Skrillex.
Oh, damn. And you guys didn't get to see him?
Yeah, and he came out in like the fuzzball costume.
God damn it.
And then he like took it off and everybody was like, oh my God.
It's Skrillex.
Although if we saw
fuzzball, what does that mean?
So that's for Porter Robinson.
For Porter Robinson, he made a like character for the festival. It's like this giant blue ball with like the Porter face on it, like the lines or whatever. But yeah, so if we saw Skrillex though, we wouldn't have been able to see G Jones because he wasn't on Sunday.
G Jones was so good. There were some acts that were incredible that I'm glad we went to go see, and then there was one
Cashmere Cat
that just ruined my whole day. It was so bad.
It was fucking terrible.
Cashmere Cax?
Cat, like meow.
Cashmere Cat.
Like literally, all he did was take popular songs that either he produced or that was like,
had like a vocoder on it.
Yeah, and then he just fucking did the same exact build up and drop for every fucking song. Every
really?
remix.
That's kind of like Dylan Francis.
His is varied though.
Well, yeah, Dylan Francis starts like he does all of his own shit at the beginning, and it's like hype. It's cool, especially when he was like better.
Yeah.
And then towards the end, he just does like fucking Biggie and like I'm Blue Dabba like shit like that. Like he'll just get songs that people fucking know and just like mix it. It's like what? It's like literally going to like a fucking bar mitzvah. But Dylan Francis is the DJ.
What's the actual title of that song?
I'm blue. Dabba dee dabba die. I don't know.
Dabba dee dabba die.
It's probably just I'm blue.
I'm blue. If I was green, I would die.
That's not what it's called, Austin. You fucking idiot.
That's what Lily legitimately thought the song was called. It's like,
I'm blue. If I was green, I would die.
Yeah. It's like, no, Lily, that's not it.
That's kind of funny. Everybody tries to rationalize or make lyrics their own when they don't want to look it up or when they have no access to.
Yeah, that's true.
So I've done that with songs, been completely like way off with songs and just not corrected myself ever either.
Yeah, whatever. As long as you feel.
Noodle's so tired.
You guys look how sad Noodle is over here.
He doesn't have a vagina anymore.
Oh,
the vagina doctor took away her vagina.
5 years later.
He's
out 4.
Noodle's vagina.
4.5.
Yeah, something you should have done when she was a baby.
Yeah, but time and money. I finally found a place that was like a good price, but also had good reviews. I was finding places that were like cheap, but then the reviews were like, my dog died. And I was like,
Jesus.
Let's go there.
Maybe not to that extent, but just bad reviews. And I was like, not as cheap as this place. So this place had a good like income profit thingy. So like if I showed my income, they're like, okay, we'll give you a cheaper price.
That's cool.
I couldn't find that with like any other place. And this was the only place I did. I got like $300 off.
It's really funny that we as humans would probably take our animals to a better place, like for the money, comparatively to ourselves.
Absolutely.
Like, I'm probably that way.
Yeah.
I'd probably go to like the cheapest doctor that I could as far as copay, and then like bring my dog to the grandest.
They can't think for themselves. So
I know. I felt
them.
So bad.
I could
Saturday.
I could feel that in the energy of like,
dude,
that you were shaking because you were just worried about her.
I woke up at like 6 o'clock in the morning, drove her over there, and I got home and I was just like, man, I felt so bad just thinking about dropping her off into this place where she doesn't know anybody.
Yeah.
And she's just super scared, and then she gets put to sleep and then wakes up and she's all cut up. I felt horrible. And then I finally got her and I brought her back, and she was like, even the doctor was saying like her temperature was low and she wasn't like recovering the right way. And I was like so scared.
Damn.
But then like finally she like literally after hours, maybe at 10 o'clock at night, she was like waking up and was trying to walk around. But I picked her up at 4. She was like literally passed out for 6 hours on these drugs. So I was so nervous and scared. And even Trevor was like, dude, you want to record the video? I was like, nah, dog. I just like sat in my room with her the whole day. I couldn't.
Poor Nudie.
And now she's asleep because she's on more drugs. But she's on different drugs this time, not anesthesia.
Jeez. Realistically to them, they might think they're just being killed.
Yeah, no, that's why I felt so bad.
Anything. Yeah.
So yeah, imagine, because she doesn't know what's happening. I obviously, like when I take her out in the morning, she was so excited. I felt so bad, and I gave her to the nurse, and then we're just like gone. It sucks.
Nudie.
That's why it's always best to just get a dog that's already like fixed.
You know what's interesting too is that just going back to like anesthesia, like we know the effects of anesthesia, but we don't exactly know how it works chemically.
Right.
We just know that it works.
Right.
And that we, for the most part, come out of it, which is kind of terrifying if you think about it.
Well, there are some people. That's why you have to do blood tests now before.
Yeah.
Because there are some people that just like go into comas afterwards.
Legitimately, yeah.
And that happens to dogs too. But they don't do, unless you pay a lot of money, they don't do that blood work on dogs. I don't know if you didn't know that, but they offered, like, they asked if I wanted to pay like $250 to get blood work done on her. And I was just like, I felt so bad. I didn't know if I should have done it, but I was just like,
your dog might die.
They were like, it's such a small percentage chance that it would even happen.
Right, yeah.
That there's really not a reason to do it. But if something does happen, then you'll avoid it. But I was just like, okay, if it's really that small of a percentage, then it's not a big deal.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like with anything, like you could wake up. But like, yeah, even what you're saying is like, the thing is, it's based on, we're just fucking in a really deep sleep.
Yeah.
But we don't know what sleep is really. So until we get that done, like,
it's also
it's
weird.
So difficult to research.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, until we figure out its purpose and like, well, we have like theories. I know that like people think it's like a way that your brain kind of makes sense of the world, of what happened the day before. Like it's like your processing time. Also, like rest is good for you because your brain needs to take a break for a minute.
Yeah.
But other than that, like we don't really know what it does.
Imagine if we didn't need it. Imagine if someday through
just being awake forever. Yeah, imagine if like you could take a pill that puts your brain into like that cycle that you need for the 8 hours, but in like 5 minutes.
Like imagine how better the day would feel if you could go to work for the same amount of time that you do, and then you had like 12 hours or so.
The thing is,
chill time.
Society would change based off of that.
Right.
So instead of working 8 hours, you would work like 16.
Right.
Maybe.
I guarantee it. You spend 8 hours sleeping a night.
If you had the option to make more money and just hustle and do that, then
more people would just do that.
Mm-hmm. I guess so. I feel like things are going to change drastically in our society in the next like 10 to 15 years, though. As far as like the uprising of, you know, technology. Well, it's funny because I was listening to Bob the
Builder.
Bob the Builder.
Bob Lazar.
The Bob Lazar podcast with Joe Rogan.
That little podcast.
Yeah. And he had a good point. We're basically a society of builders and improvers. Like that's what we do. We build shit and we improve on it and we just keep building and making shit and just keep going with that.
Everybody's trying to make everything easier for something else.
Yeah.
Trying to make things. So if you're trying to,
that's what we're good at.
If you have a business that you're spending $100,000 on employees, you want to spend $20,000 on one thing to get rid of those employees if you can.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Like a one-time fee, you know?
No, yeah.
Certain things like that. If you can get rid of employees with a fucking robot, why would you not?
No, yeah.
That's where it's like kind of shifting.
And the thing is,
that's where it's been shifting.
It makes sense. It just sucks because, yeah, there are going to be a lot of people that are out of work, but I mean, I feel like there's going to be some sort of shift, whether it be like basic income, which
universal basic income.
Yeah, UBI or
Andrew Yang.
Well, it's going to become like people finding new outlets for jobs. Like you would never think 10 years ago that you could make money posting videos on the internet.
No.
On YouTube.
Or fucking delivering like shit from an app.
Or sitting and streaming you playing video games all day. You would never have done that 10 years ago. So what's it going to be like in 10 years from now?
But Uber and Lyft are going to come and go, I believe. Or rather, in the same way. But they're going to be more autonomous, less personable drivers.
It'll be, eventually it'll just be straight up Teslas without even people in them.
Right.
Well, yeah. So
literally.
If fucking Elon Musk's plan works, basically the whole point is that the Tesla, when you're not using it, drives and ride shares for you. And
that's
delivers
insane.
People as like a taxi, like a self-driving taxi.
Sure.
But obviously we're pretty far from that.
Yeah, but I mean, that's what we're saying 10 years from now.
Yeah.
Imagine 10 years back, 2009. Being a YouTuber was very like exclusive. It was such a like unheard of thing.
Yeah.
And you couldn't even really do it with video games in 2009. You couldn't make money off of video games back then. Unless you were an actual creator of content. You couldn't make money off of it because for whatever reason, YouTube just didn't want to partner video game players.
When did Twitch come along? Do you know?
I don't remember, but it was
2008 or 9. I'd say it was when it like first came out and then blew up or got phenomenally bigger around
like 2012. I would say.
Yeah, it's interesting to think about that for sure.
It's important to get in early on platforms and things that you'd want. That you think, like, if you think that's what you want to do, you better do it at the beginning, even if you don't have the equipment, even if you don't have the shit. You should just get on there, because it ramps up so quickly. And when you're trying to be on YouTube or Twitch or any of these other social media platforms after other people, and you're competing with so many other people, it's just
imagine. Remember the Swan Dive TV channel? Whoa. Imagine. I mean, as stupid as it was, if Matt and I stuck to that.
Yeah, without an upload schedule and just kept going.
In 2011, if we would have stuck to that, it would have been huge by now.
Yeah.
It would have been massive. It could have been like any of those like big gaming channels.
Yeah, you just had to stick with it, but obviously we didn't.
Of course, yeah.
Because even back then, we were like, why are we doing this?
Yeah, well, I mean, Matt bought like all the equipment, of course, because he was like working and living at home.
Yeah.
So he was just like buying Elgatos and...
Elgatos.
Yeah, so of course he had all the stuff, and I think he even bought Premiere or something. Noodle.
I'm pretty sure he pirated it. We all...
And that's why it's important, kids, if you're watching or listening right now, that when you're getting educated, you better find something that isn't going to get replaced by AI. You have to be not easily replaceable. Like,
be an engineer.
My medical billing job that I work, I am 2 steps away from getting replaced by AI or something. The only reason that I could stay around is because of customer service related reasons, that humans want to talk to humans. But as soon as AI can take that over, as soon as it becomes something where they're able to just take us out of the equation, then they will. There's no purpose in keeping a person making $15 to $20 an hour.
Yeah,
there.
That's the problem, and that's gonna happen more and more with every job.
Yeah, and I feel like too, it's gonna be. We're going to really have to sit back if we don't fuck ourselves and, blow ourselves up in the next, 10 years.
Yep.
We're going to have to kind of take a step back as society and reassess our goals and also, our values. Like, what do we want to be as a society? Do we want to be something that just improves everything? Or do we want to be, more of a divided, consumer, creator...
Dude, we're gonna keep going forever until literally our bodies are AI, and only a selected few people are gonna be alive.
As soon as they can figure out
like that.
As soon as they can figure out how to replace organs at an intervallic rate and keep people alive, and the ultra wealthy can keep themselves alive longer,
and then the poor will just die off.
Yeah,
that's what's gonna happen.
They're already finding a way to reverse aging. Which is pretty fucking nuts.
This is an exclusive. What?
Reverse aging.
It was an exclusive about 3-4 months ago.
Austin, what have you discovered?
On Joe Rogan podcast. I forgot the guy's name, but he was talking about how they figured out has to do with CRISPR and gene editing and shit. But if you activate a certain type of gene in a cell, it'll actually not only stop aging but reverse aging. So it's just figuring out a way to deliver those mechanisms for basically your entire body, and 1, to see if it's sustainable, and 2, to see if it's financially viable. But they're there and they're doing it. It's just figuring out how to implement it.
I don't believe it.
So probably in the next 5 years, the guy was saying, I forgot his name. Fuck. But he's the leading.
Albert Einstein.
He's the leading guy in that field. I have to look it up, but it was cool. It was cool, and to think that we might not have to die unless you fuck up and run in front of a bus or something.
Damn,
it's crazy. Trevor, you brought up a good point too, that your job is seconds away from being from being taken over by a robot.
Yeah,
dude, my whole job is entering test scores, scantrons, basically.
Oh yeah.
The fuck.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Anything data entry oriented, anything where you're driving a car, anything where you're
I drive a car too, dude.
So unless you're doing something creative or you're on the back end maintenance,
you're gonna fucking die.
I just felt like honestly dying. I felt like my throat was closing I felt spices again.
Yeah, they keep coming back. They're like, "Hey, how you doing?"
Jeez.
Yeah, and I feel like that's why like what I want to do, it's more of a viable, like long-term type thing. My goal is to basically get a bunch of clients in my like company.
What company?
Well, just like doing digital marketing for independent clients. I haven't.
So kind of like what Craig does?
Yeah, but he doesn't do marketing. He does.
Well, no, but okay. Like I'm saying like how Craig has like his editing thing,
Yeah.
but he has like somebody that will basically pay him his rent and everything every month.
Yeah, but basically the whole thing is I'm going to do it on like a CPA basis, so like flat rate and then also CPA, which means that say I work with this one company and they sell something for $30 and I say, hey, I will push traffic and run all the traffic for you, but I have to make $5 off of every $30 you make. So if I make like 3,000 sales, that's 15K. Wait,
That's
no.
not how math works.
1,500.
What?
Right?
Bruh.
yeah.
I think you need to learn math.
3,000. That's
before you fucking become
15,000.
an ultimate businessman.
3,000 times 5. Yeah, 15,000.
I'm sorry, I'm dying. I don't know what the fuck.
Dude, that's $150 million. That's my whole life right there.
No.
Jesus. What'd you do this weekend, Austin?
Yesterday I did a DJ gig.
Oh my God.
I'm
What?
a DJ. No, it's not as cool as you think.
Okay.
It's not club DJ, which I do, but
Is it like pageant DJing?
kinda, but not really. It's like
Is it worse than that or better?
no, it's better.
Okay, good.
It's more legitimate.
It's not a wedding, right? What did you say it was?
No, this was
Dude, what are you
for-
saying about pageant DJs, dog? Are you saying I'm not a DJ?
You're fucking trash, bro.
Dude, do you even know the DJ app on the fucking MacBook?
No.
I do.
No, so it was for UCLA Harbor, which is a hospital down in like the South Bay. It was a graduation party, but it wasn't like a bachelor's graduation or anything. It was what they were saying. It's like bachelor's, master's, PhD, and then whatever this thing is.
Dude, that's sick.
So it's like chief resident fucking
Oh wow.
surgeon.
So even way above. Okay.
Yeah. So and then it was interesting. Basically, they talked about their life stories. It's just weird to be in that circle because I have no knowledge of like the medical world.
Did you take requests?
Well, the thing is, I didn't even DJ. Like, I was just doing sound for the most part. Like, that's the thing with these DJ gigs is that I actually just do sound for the most part.
And you
And,
don't
like,
even play music, and they play music?
Well, if there's like music to be played, I'll play it. But more recently, it's more AV shit. But I do throw a fucking dope party, so you should
Check him out, AustinAnderson.net.
description.
No, I don't even have a website for that. I just do it as a form of monies.
Hit him up on Twitter.
How do you end up networking enough to get these fucking gigs? Jesus Christ, why am I dying?
Dude, do you need water?
I'm drinking something, but no, I'm okay.
No, I work for a company called Vox.
Wow, Vox.
Docs the Vox. But they were cool, but their payout was suck.
Was suck.
Their payout was suck. So like for instance, like if I did like a $1,600 wedding, that's how much they made. I would make like $300.
Yeah, of course.
So it was bullshit in the sense that like
that's business though, man.
But
I'm sorry.
it was a very low cut.
I understand that, but they have made it so that they can get these gigs. If you had the equipment, how would you be able to get the gigs?
True.
That's the problem.
No,
They're probably spending money on marketing so that people will like.
No, they are.
Yeah.
It makes sense, but I feel like the cut should be a little bit better.
Yeah, of course,
And
because
that's-
you're doing the hard work.
Yeah.
Of course.
But so with the newer companies I work with, I don't work with Vox anymore because fuck those guys. The newer companies I work with, it's like a 40 to like 60% cut depending on what the gig is.
hmm
So it's pretty good.
Dude, you should just work with Craig, man. Honestly, you guys need to get more fucking gigs. That's the problem, though. Even if you have, Craig has everything.
Yep.
Everything you can need. He could have the craziest party in somebody's backyard. But
He needs to find that party.
nobody knows how to find Craig.
There's no,
and he would do it for so much cheaper than these other companies.
Yeah, there's no like, well, there are like marketplaces for people to find like DJs, but most of it's kind of shit. And it's all sporadic, and there's like a lot of ways to like cheat the marketplaces where like you could buy reviews or like shit like that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Obviously there's Yelp, but
Does he have a Yelp on his house?
probably not. I think that's the one reason he didn't do it, because he didn't want to put his house as the address.
Dude, he could put my house. I wouldn't care.
Yeah.
That leads me to an interesting question. If you, in your pursuit of anything that's social media related, if you know that everybody else is promoting themselves in one way or another by purchasing views, likes, upvotes, anything, it seems like every social media site has like somebody has a website or business based around soliciting upvotes or likes or views in general to it. YouTube has it. Like, you can find those kinds of sites. If everybody does that, or if a lot of people that you know do that, is that a bad thing?
It depends, because there are services that will promote natural and organic traffic. For instance, there's this thing called Social Captain for Instagram, and it's funny, Matt used it.
That's how he got his likes or his followers, or whatever.
Yeah, just for the fuck of it. It's like, what was it, like $30 or $40 a month.
Of course Matt would do that.
Yeah, he just did it for a month. But basically what it does is it follows people that are interested in the stuff that you post. It basically does an analysis of your page. It'd be like, oh, these are
analyst.
An analyst. And it says like, oh, these are what your niches are for your page. This is what you're going to come up for in search.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, you should market to these followers and these followers and these followers. And
basically what I did with the Bleach Boys Twitter.
Yeah, but it does it automatically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And it'll have like
before it was the Bleach Boys Twitter. Don't you put that?
That's when it was the Ian Twitter.
Ian Peeing.
When it was the Vine.
Twitter. Yeah, it was like all Vine. If you scroll all the way down on the Bleach Boys Twitter, there's still some videos on there.
It's so weird though. I went on a fake followers site, like, to see. There's sites that are dedicated to seeing how many bad or fake followers you have.
Yeah.
And most of Ian's were fine.
Yeah. Well, the thing too is like, I feel.
Well, yeah, because I followed real people. I was following people that were following other people that kind of had the same stuff as us.
Yeah.
Or well, as me.
As you.
Like, if I went to somebody's Twitter that like I thought was kind of like mine, and then I followed those people that were following them. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, there's something there for sure. And like a lot of it is stuff that you could do by yourself. But you just have to, it
would take a lot of fucking time.
A lot of time and a lot
well,
of
you get
effort.
rate limited on all those things.
Yeah.
So if you'll do like 100 every like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But this site knows how to time it so that you don't.
It can do it. Yeah. It's it's interesting. And obviously, fake followers are fucking dumb.
Yeah.
There's no point in upping that number if you're not.
Other than just looking cool.
If the engagements aren't there, then it doesn't.
The thing is,
matter
with Twitter or even like with the Bleach Boys channel, like. It looks better when you're like, oh, look at, there's a 3,000 subscribe. Like, okay, for Trevor's video, for instance, remember on the Edgy channel, Trevor?
Yeah.
The one that got like 10,000 views.
Oh,
but then there's only like 40 subscribers on it. People are like hesitant to subscribe to channels with low subscribers.
Unless you hit a big video, unless you
get
like
unless a giant one.
Yeah.
Like girlfriend reviews, when they posted their first video and it went fucking viral, like on the first video.
Yep.
That's different. So
yeah, but it's also harder to fake on YouTube to get like fake.
YouTube sells it too, though. YouTube sells promoted videos. You can put yourself.
Well, promotion's different. Yeah, promotion's different. I feel like promotion.
I've never done that.
Kind of makes sense depending if you know what you're doing. You can lose a lot of money doing promotions, and that's what I did for a job. Not YouTube promotion, but like Facebook promotion and Instagram promotion. There's just a lot of tweaks that you could do to save to save money, and two, to get it to the right audience that you wanted to get it to. Like if you're going to be fucking doing like, I want to do 8 to 64 everywhere, you're going to fucking not do a very good job, and you're going to lose a lot of money because it's just going to shoot it out to anybody that fucking has Facebook open. And sometimes that's a good idea. Like for like the clickbait shit I used to do, that was good because we would get fucking anybody, and you'd get idiots. They'd be like, "Oh, I want to do the thing,
Oh,
Al Pacino." But if you want to like sell something or like get like a following that actually fucking matters, like all the clickbait stuff, we just cared if they clicked. We didn't care if they would stay. You know. Yeah, it's just depending on what your motives are and how much money you want to spend.
Is it weird that it scares me sometimes to like think about getting big, just because I know myself in that when we post videos now, or when I post any video, I there's this anxiety that comes with it that like I want to spend so much time promoting it, and like everybody says that when you're posting a video, it's best to just kind of leave it and let it do its own thing, but I can never manage to do that. I'm always checking the dashboard and seeing the views.
I do that too.
Imagine that on a larger, right? And you had to do that for your job as well, like just even like irrespective of the Bleach Boys.
Yeah,
it's just it's something I worry about, because like imagine when it becomes your job and it's your line of income that you have to then worry about. That's why I wouldn't make it my full-time job or anything until way down the line. The people that quit like their jobs at 100,000 subscribers, I think that's over.
Like,
I don't think that's a thing anymore.
Oh yeah, not
that
anymore.
would be a time to like drop down to like maybe part-time.
Yeah.
And then focus more, like take that time that you're not, like those extra 10 hours that you're not working at your job, and put that into YouTube. Like 10 hours a week would be great.
We couldn't do that though. Like just being 3, like a solo YouTuber, maybe, sure.
Yeah.
Solo YouTuber if they're pulling.
So we would need to get to 300,000
before we could even think about that. And then and now everybody's doing sponsored videos. There's no taboo of taking a sponsor and doing ad reads and doing stuff like that. And they've been really creative about it. So that's nice that you have Patreon, merchandise, fucking sponsorships, those just straight up subscriptions on Twitch and YouTube to where it can work like that. That's not what I'm scared of. I'm more just scared of the need for views and how important it becomes to these people, because I see so many YouTubers burn out so quickly. Like everybody after they reach 1 million, I swear, takes a few months off right after, just because
they're just like, peace guys.
Like, I'm Alex, I remember, just because you could see that it was just making him so manic and crazy for a while, just thinking about views and viewership and retention and all these analytics that you have to be aware of that are important. The click-through rate on videos.
Yeah, it gets to be a lot, especially when it's like your livelihood. Because when I was working on all this ad stuff, and I still do a little bit, but not to the scale I used to. It didn't really matter for me because like I was gonna make money either way.
Right.
I remember when Austin would come over and be like, "Yo, I just lost $8,000 for the company I worked for."
Yeah, there were some days like that. It was bad, but then I'd be like, "Yo, I just made $80,000."
Yeah. We're satisfying a fucking machine if you think about it. Like there's this machine out there that artificially spreads your content to other human beings, but it's a machine or AI or algorithm doing this.
Yeah.
Not a bunch of monkeys or a bunch of human beings, pulling cables and doing all that stuff.
It's a fucking code.
Is the supreme ruler actually the YouTube algorithm?
Bum, bum, bum.
Speaking of which, Star Wars in like 6 months, which is like crazy.
Dude, that's insane. Are we going to figure out what's happening with Snoke? Like, are we going to know who he is? Are we going to know what's up with
Rey's dad?
No way, not in 3 hours. I think it's just going to be battles and store. And
dude,
they're not going to be able to take the time out to do it. No.
It's 3 hours?
I would imagine.
I'm sure, yeah.
Bro, they fucking went through everything on Endgame in 3 hours.
That's true.
They did a lot in Endgame in 3 hours.
There's like 3 movies in Endgame.
They did so much in
I trust the not the Russos, but Russo brothers. I trust them way more than I trust the The current Star Wars.
Who's the guy that's fucking doing it now? He did the first
What's his name?
remake.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm blanking on his names. That glasses wearing fuck.
That curly hair, glasses wearing fuck.
Last Jedi wasn't that great, but I think they know.
Force Awakens is good.
Force
but it
Awakens
just a
was
straight
good.
copy of
Solid.
the first one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's hard to
But
make
modern.
something
Yeah.
bad that is literally the exact same as A New Hope.
Yeah.
But Last Jedi was kind of like weak, and I think they set it up like that because there's a lot of questions that they want to answer. If they answer those questions, it'll be epic. Like, and if they answer those questions, but then also have the action in it, fuck, dude, that's gonna
I
be
think
a
it's gonna
good
be good.
movie.
Oh no, Abby's about to do it again.
Gonna jump on there.
Yeah, bruh. I can see it. That squirrel's baiting her right now.
Yeah. And then I'm pumped for fucking April 2020. Luke Skywalker saga, Lego Star Wars.
Dude, shut
up.
dog.
Nobody gives a fuck about
Shut
Lego.
up.
Can you play
dude.
co-op with Lily on that shit?
That's what we do. That's the only reason we play it.
Dude, we get
Bruh.
high on weed and we play Lego Star Wars.
It's actually like what we do.
Dude, all I do
How
is
do you guys
just play
smoke weed?
Minecraft.
Just pen?
Yeah, just pen.
Because your parents wouldn't be down with you smoking.
He doesn't
so-
care. Yeah. Their parents smoke weed.
Oh, okay.
Like they smoke pen.
Dude, would it be bad if I went to the bathroom?
No.
Would it be
Or-
bad if I went to the bathroom with you?
Like,
If y'all want
cross
to go to the
streams?
bathrooms, I'll just ad-lib and just fucking talk for a while.
Bro, I have to
man.
piss like
Go,
a race.
bruh.
I'm
or
fine.
something.
Go piss, bruh.
Dude, read the sponsors, bro.
Okay. So I want to thank our first sponsors ever on this podcast, the Dirty Laundry Podcast, episode 8, Salami. Thank you, Salami, for making our dreams come true. You're a hard meat substance. You make everything taste salty, smooth, brown, and great. I don't want to hear myself ever.
Love the taste of brown.
You love the taste of brown, salty meat in your mouth. Best ad read ever. Thank you. And now for the second sponsor ever. And I want you guys to go out and buy this product. I use it every day. And you know what it is, everyone?
Anal gel.
No, but I was going to say it's cream. You got to eat and drink your cream. Every day. All we do is drink cream.
All we do is cream.
Creaming is good. Creaming is good no matter what you do.
I think there's never a bad condensation of cream. That's not a word.
We did the best ad read ever, Ian, and I hope you're appreciative of that.
We-
our sponsors?
Yeah, the first one was salami.
And the second one was cream.
Salami and cream? What the fuck?
This is so if you guys really want us to get some sponsors, send this to Kellogg's, send this to like McDonald's, send this
We
to
need to
every
set up a
sponsor.
Patreon, dog.
We haven't done that yet.
Yeah, there would be people that would help out with like
I know there
$1 or
would be.
something,
Yeah.
for sure.
Because,
Yeah.
I mean, dude, it's hard to be a YouTuber. I mean, it's hard to make all these videos with nothing. As long as we know that in the back of our heads, we're doing it for like at least our Patreon people.
Yeah.
And the $10
That would be
they'll
nice.
give us.
Anything.
Yeah.
$1, dog.
Yeah,
Anything.
to pay for the chicken wings.
Pay for the cream.
Yeah, because I mean, we haven't spent our YouTube money on anything except for production.
Yeah, it's true.
So the time that's coming out of like making these videos is literally just our time. And then whatever comes in from donations, what very little comes in, goes to everything you guys see here. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
not like we're just fucking going crazy.
cream.
Yeah, that'd be really crazy if like the $800, $900 there, or not, probably more like $700 or $800 that we've made from
Mhm.
everything. Yeah, just all these TVs, these 3 TVs we bought with your hard-earned.
That's not even true.
parents'
It's like
money.
these mics. These were the
Yeah.
most expensive purchase.
They're
Yeah.
so nice though. So nice.
No, I'm
Wow.
happy. I've wanted to do something audio related. It's always good to have better microphones.
Dog,
Yeah.
we can use these if we do a meme and stream. We can use these mics.
Right.
It would be much better than having that shit ass fucking mic in the middle that just sounds like a tin can.
Shit ass fucking bullshit.
Yeah, dick balls.
Ugh, pussy.
Oh, for real. Okay, so this weekend has been just
Epic.
an epic amount of winning for me.
Are you talking about League, dog?
Yeah, I'm talking about League.
Fucking
Dog.
pussy, dog.
The League of Legends is something that I've played. Both League of Legends and Dota, I've put in. So probably between the two, 2,000 hours. Of
Jesus
game
Christ!
Time. So like they say, it takes like 10,000 hours to master something. I've probably put 6,000 or 7,000 hours into music and music related things, and then I've put 2,000 hours into MOBAs. So you can tell that's like where I put. That's where okay. And to put that into context, that is nearly. And correct me if I'm wrong. I can do the math and put it on the podcast, but it's nearly 2 or 3 months
of just straight
of
playing.
Game time.
Jesus Christ! I don't have that on any game.
No, you wouldn't. It would be very difficult to play Call of Duty that much.
How many days is 7?
2,000.
Wow, that's not the right hours.
How many
That's
days
music.
is 1,000 hours?
Oh, that's a lot of days.
So yeah, about 2.5 months.
Yeah, almost.
And then music,
Jesus.
yeah. So just straight into that. And that's not leaving it idle. That's not like just chilling on it. It is.
I have on
A big
Call of
portion.
Duty. I have just the newest COD. I have probably 200, 300 hours.
Damn.
Jesus.
I think the most I've ever played a game for was either Skyrim. It had to be Skyrim. Because I played from when it's like was released the first time, and then through all the DLCs and shit, and then like literally did everything in that game.
Bro, if you could go back to how many hours I just had on Xbox 360 back in the day, oh my god. It was never spent on one game though.
That's
Right.
true.
It was
Yeah.
like Gears and Halo.
But
and
dude, I mean, Trevor, I used to play until like 3:00 in the morning, like every night after
did
school.
that.
Oh, yeah.
But you didn't have school in the morning.
No.
Like I would play until 3:00 in the morning and then wake up at like 6:30 for school, go to school, come back, sleep for maybe like 2 hours, and then do the whole thing over again.
If I had done
Gamer
that
life.
as a child, I probably would not have done that in college like I did, is how I tend to think about it. Like, if I had been able to get out all the gaming.
Yeah, that you were like wanting to all
and I
throughout
was just
high
able to
school
play
and
like
shit.
15 minutes, and I'd be like, this is all I want. I want to play this so much. And then as soon as I was out of my parents' sight, that was the first thing.
Yeah,
that I
of
went
course.
to.
Game time.
Yeah, and you're still under the impression like, oh, I have to go to school right now. So I'm going to try to make work gaming full time, but also trying to go to school full time. And that does not work.
There was a serious time where I thought while I was at Berkeley that I could be a professional Dota player because I was that good at specific characters on it. And
Why didn't you do it,
I had
dog?
A team of people, because the investment of one, my parents would have never allowed me to do what was needed for it. I would have had to move home, and then just a lot of anxiety filled with that. And it's very difficult. It's 14 hour. It's like 12, 14-hour days of practicing that game.
Damn.
So I would have had to truly love it, and I didn't know if I loved it like that. I didn't know if I could put in 20,000 hours of like, imagine losing and being tilted and all that, but then that's your gig. Like you have
I
to
think
keep going.
The one game I could have been not been like a MLG player at, but a speedrunner at was Halo. I played through those campaigns so often and so much when I was a kid. I could have like learned the tricks to get through like a super fast like 1 hour legendary run. I could have done it.
Yeah, I was never good at any game I was never that good at any game. The only game I could think of is like Guitar Hero, the drums.
Yeah.
Other than that,
Yeah,
I
definitely.
wasn't-
You're the Guitar Hero guy. You're the MOBA guy. I'm the Halo guy.
But I was never like fucking amazing. Like I'm not fucking. What is the dude Aussie
But
guy?
dude, back in the day, you were.
Yeah.
Not like okay.
Also, he's been playing since the first Guitar Hero
Yeah.
came out and never fucking stopped.
Yeah, that's true.
So like, yeah, he's been playing for a solid like I think 12, 13 years. Because the first one came out in like 06 or 07, which is fucking nuts.
Nuts.
Give me the nuts, dog.
But I know Ian has always had a gripe, a grudge, a hatred of that game, of MOBAs in general. He can't seem
Dude,
to try
they're
it.
boring, man. They really are. And you're saying I haven't tried, okay?
Trying a few matches with Matt Anderson
That's true.
is
Matt,
not.
okay.
If you,
But I also tried Heroes of the Storm with you.
there are a lot, and Heroes of
fun.
the Storm is not a good example of anything that
Heroes of the
should
Storm
be
is
considered.
fucking stupid.
Heroes of the
like
Storm
that
is
game, actually.
the.
Of course you do.
It's
Austin.
beautiful, just like most things Blizzard does. It's artistically and graphically sound. I enjoy that game. It's one of the best looking MOBAs that is there. But as far as characters, mechanics, the way the game works, the community, just it pales in comparison. What I
It's
like,
just boring, dog.
what
I'm
I
gonna
like
stop
about,
you there and just say it's boring, dog.
fuck you, dog. And what I like about those games is and maybe it is just me. Maybe I have more of a competitive sport, or nature about me that comes from playing sports my entire like childhood and stuff. Maybe that's there because, but I've seen it in you in Halo.
Because I'm good. I know I'm good at Halo.
But
I know if I get onto League, I'm gonna be trash. I'm gonna be like, oh, what is this? Dude, it's just, and like the whole thing is just so boring. I've tried it. It's boring. Halo's
played it
different.
in like 2014, bruh.
Yeah, because
5 years have passed.
what's different?
Everything.
It's not.
Everything.
League of Legends is boring.
You know what game I'm actually good at now I think of it?
What?
Destiny 2.
No, dude, you're not even.
You're
that
not good at Destiny, dude.
No, I was doing like really well when I played it
No.
on PS4.
No.
But okay, that's a.
Wait, in like PvP?
Yeah, PvP.
Bruh.
I can't imagine that.
I can't imagine that.
Did you ever get to the end game PvP shit? The Trials of Osiris or whatever?
Oh, no, because I never had people to play with.
Yeah, dude. If
That
you
part's hard.
Trials of Osiris is hard as shit.
1v1 me Halo 2 lockout right now, dude. and
It's
I'll
not
fucking
Trials of
take you
Osiris
down.
anymore. It's like fucking Trials of the Nine.
Whoa.
Maybe it was never Trials of Osiris. I
No, it
don't know.
was.
Oh, it
That was in fucking Destiny 1.
Oh.
Yeah.
I just know I never even got to that. And I was like always fucking nervous about that because you
No.
do need 2 other people.
Yeah. No, Destiny 1, I actually did play Trials of Osiris a little bit. And I got like, I think the highest I got was like 6 wins. But I never like got the full 9. That shit was hard.
So did you get to like the end?
No. Because you have to get like the very end, you have to get a complete streak of 9,
Oh, wow.
which is actually like really fucking hard. I love that game.
Destiny's bad. As much as I wanted to love it, dog, it's just bad.
No, it's good now.
Okay, I'm gonna
You
ask
can't. That's hard,
Ian,
dude. What?
how many characters did you try on the League of Legends? Out of the,
Wait. We're talking about Destiny. 1 second.
No,
before
fuck
we
off.
before we go back to
Nah, dude.
League,
You didn't
I
even
want to
give me-
explain why Destiny is a bad game.
You didn't even
can't-
give me a fucking chance to talk. About
Okay. We'll come back to it.
Give me your reasons
no,
and I'll
'cause-
tell you why they fixed it.
Hold on. Austin's trying to convince me about why Destiny's good now. Even though, okay, it came out when it came out the first time, everybody did the whole thing like, oh, we got the whole year. It's like a year-long game. Even though you have to spend $80 or
Whatever.
probably $120 on a game
Yeah.
to make it a full game.
Yeah.
Okay, when it first came out, that game was maybe 6 hours long,
Oh, yeah.
7 hours long.
Yep.
That
No,
was
the
so
first one was
stupid.
bad.
Fact.
First one was bad.
But that's the same thing that happened with the second one. Is it not?
A little bit.
The
Maybe
story was 6
slightly
hours,
more open, slightly.
There was more shit to do. The problem was that in Destiny 2, a lot of it was just monotonous and boring.
The problem is I was like the same thing. Like, okay, it's slightly a different game, but it's the same problem that it came out and it wasn't a full game.
Yeah, that was Activision though. That was
Yeah,
their fault.
but
And
that-
now it's not them anymore.
I know, but that's not going to change until like the next one comes. If they come out with a full Destiny 3, people might play it. People
That
aren't going
wouldn't
to
be for
start
like
playing it
another
now.
year.
Yeah, I'm
No,
sure.
they have a big community still.
I
I don't know, dude. You never did like the raids or like the raid layers and shit.
I did
did
all
the
of that on
raids,
Destiny 1.
dog?
I loved Destiny 1. Even though it was a shit game, I loved Destiny 1. I did all of the raids, except for maybe the last one, maybe not the Taken King.
That one was fucking crazy.
Yeah, but that's so stupid. You had to wait a whole year for the game to be finished.
Yeah.
That's not fair.
Well, so for Destiny 2, they definitely did it where like it did feel like a complete game when you finished the first, like the story. because the expansions weren't that crazy. Like there was, I don't even fucking remember, but yeah, there was like a couple like raid stuff, and the final raid for Destiny 2 was fucking dope. The I forgot what it's called.
When it comes onto PC, because I can transfer over my PS2 shit, maybe
PS2
or not my PS4 shit. I would maybe play it, but even still, I'd just be like, why?
because it's fun.
God, Destiny 2 blows.
It was so bad, dude. We had fun playing, like it was fun playing it together. That much is true. But then when like we get to the end of the game, we're like, wow, we spent $60 on like 7 hours of gameplay. Cool. And then it just turns into a grind of doing the same shit every single week, and it's the same thing as the last year game. How is it different?
I'm going to defend it.
How is it different? Okay, when you beat Destiny 2, what do?
So you still grind shit, but it's more fun.
Okay, so you grind shit until the next expansion come out, and then all that grinding you did didn't really matter, right?
That's true, yeah.
And then the next expansion come out, and then all that shit didn't matter.
That's true.
That's very annoying. Gamers don't like that.
Yeah.
Obviously, some of them do, because I mean, Destiny, it's a very appealing game. Like it looks nice.
It's also just fun to play. That's the main thing.
It is. It's fun. It's just repetitive.
Yeah.
If you're fine with grinding nonstop, then it is a fun game.
They have made it like more varied though. But yeah, I can see where you see that. Like the main gameplay loop is really fun, but it gets very old really quick.
Yeah, no. When you're first doing it, it's like a fresh thing. So when you beat the game, you're like, "Ooh, I can go into the what is it? The strike that you can do."
Yeah.
That you normally couldn't do, and then you go and beat it, and then you get some epic gear, and then you do that a few weeks, and you're like, okay, this is really fucking boring. Like, what do I do now? And then you make another character and play through the game. It's like everything you're doing is just the same thing.
Yeah. Although for Forsaken, when they came out like last year or whatever, they did do something really cool where like every week, the main like area it was called like the Dreaming City or whatever, it would cycle. So like shit would happen that would ramp up every 3 weeks, and by the end of the third week, like then there's like a special raid that everybody has to do.
Yeah,
like,
that's cool, but I don't think they do that enough. Different shit like that, and that is like you said, that's Activision.
Yeah,
Activision put a price barrier on all these updates that came out.
Yeah, and now not Activision, Bungie was like, yeah, we're not doing that anymore. Basically, we're only doing the big update every year, and that's what you have to pay for. But everything else is going to be free.
And it sucks because Bungie has been tied down to such shit contracts.
Yeah.
Like with Xbox, their Xbox contract was great until they wanted to like start doing their own thing. And they're like, no, you have to force out 2 Halo games. Figure it out. So they just shit out fucking ODST and Reach.
I just thought of another question. What do we think about these games, like these game memberships that they're having now?
Good idea.
With companies. You like that?
Like Game Pass?
Like Game Pass, and Blizzard's thinking about doing something. EA already has
Playing
one.
footsie, bro.
Origin Access.
As much as I don't even
Ubisoft.
like utilize it, it's nice knowing it's there.
Yeah, if Blizzard did one that was $20 and it gave you Overwatch, Diablo, like obviously we already have them, so it's not as lucrative. But
Blizzard
for the new,
it wouldn't work for Blizzard because they only have a few games on.
But
there.
World of Warcraft has a membership.
That's true.
And if you could wrap that up and make $15, maybe
And StarCraft too.
everything.
Because isn't the World of Warcraft thing like $15 a month? Yeah.
Crazy.
Then they should just do 20, and then people would play it for free, but then also get those other games.
Yeah, exactly.
And make the communities bigger.
And I wonder if they would make it so you couldn't get the Activision ones, or I wonder how they would do that.
Yeah, that would probably be.
Because they still have Modern Warfare is coming out on the Blizzard launcher, and
isn't Black Ops 4 on there?
Yeah, and Destiny. That might be a legacy thing.
Did Blizzard leave Activision?
No.
Oh,
They're still one and the same. But okay. I think they are separating certain elements of it. I remember you saying it.
Speaking of, that's another game that got fucked by Activision. Is just
Flops?
Black Ops.
Yeah.
Really unfortunate.
I hope they don't fuck Modern Warfare.
I really.
Well, it's Treyarch though, isn't it? It's doing
no. Treyarch did Black Ops.
I think they're also doing
Infinity Ward does Modern Warfare.
Treyarch's also doing Modern Warfare.
I think they are doing this.
Really?
This
yeah, I think Infinity Ward doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, I don't think they're doing anything with Infinity Ward anymore.
I didn't know that. I just know that they used to make like MW2, MW3.
Yeah.
Modern Warfare.
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I know that Call of Duty, I've never really been a fan of it. I have Black Ops 3, but it's or 4, and like I never played
I'm the type of person that like when I like the quick like 10-minute games.
Yeah.
And I'm good at first person shooters. I can be. Especially when like I'm with my friends. I can like have a good game. The fucking top down League of Legends shit is fucking gay and
What
boring.
about RTSs, dog? You got a problem with that top down? What about isometric games?
I
dog? You got
love
problems with
RTSs.
that?
I love fucking. It's funny because I love Civilization.
Mhm.
I love all those games, but I cannot play them because I will like stay up until like 6 a.m.
There's so much to them.
Well, because-
So
and it's
much.
also-
Civilization seems fun just because it's like it's kind of like getting into the other person's head. I don't like what's that game? StarCraft?
yeah.
I don't
Well,
like
if you
that game.
the story in
That
StarCraft's
one's
really
tough.
fun.
It's really tough though.
Yeah, but also like once you start going online, you're like, wow, I am not good.
Yeah.
At all.
People just
Hey, you know what?
rape you.
Ian?
Hmm.
Fuck Zoo Tycoon, bro.
Bruh.
Fuck
Dude, Zoo
shots
Tycoon,
fired.
Dinosaur Tycoon is like one of my favorite games back on
Fuck
PC.
that
Jurassic
shit.
Park Tycoon.
Fuck Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Hey,
Fuck Sim City.
Roller
Fuck
Coaster
your slut
Tycoon.
mouth.
Fuck all
the
that
Tycoon
shit.
games are fun.
yeah. Have
They
you
really
played Planet Coaster?
No, but they're doing a Planet Zoo thing. too.
Yeah.
They're doing a fucking another. That's coming out.
Yeah,
soon.
Planet Coaster is really good. That's like Roller Coaster Tycoon on crack.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck that game too.
Dude, I used to play Roller Coaster Tycoon so much as a kid. Like the one with Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, where it had like the Six Flags parks in it. You could be like, I'm gonna play. I'm gonna make Magic
Dude, they were
Mountain.
those games are so fun. I just like making those crazy
No.
coasters that just like made all the people vomit or kill them.
Kill
Like,
yourself.
Launch them off of a coaster.
I like Sims games. I just didn't like those Sim City fucking bullshit.
I never liked Sims.
Eh,
Bless you.
Thank you so much.
well, I'm down to try a MOBA though.
Yes.
If you're down, I'm down to get on for like a solid 3 hours.
There
and
we go.
Stream me playing League one day.
Yes.
I need a sensei. That's the problem. 'Cause I
Yes.
don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
I could put you guys in bot match with me and just tell you what to like normal bots and just show you what to do and you'd be golden pony boy.
Yeah, because the only problem I see with MOBAs is that there's so much to look at. There's so much data that like I don't know what the fuck I'm trying to look at. What I'm,
Also, the fact that they're fucking boring.
No,
I don't
they're
think
not
they're
boring.
boring.
There's lots of aspects to them, dude. Imagine a thing where you have to deal with one core mechanic of it being making sure that you get the last hit on like these smaller enemies. So NPC type enemies that are constantly flowing throughout the map.
that's super important.
Yes.
Okay.
It's crucial.
Yeah, because then you get
And you don't-
the
that's how you get
level.
that's how you get money.
Yeah.
Oh, money.
That's how you get the money to buy items that can sometimes have passive or active abilities that are really crucial to the game.
I just thought you had to kill him. I didn't know you had to be the last one.
In Heroes of the Storm, you don't. Heroes of the Storm is shared XP. There's a bunch of stuff I don't like about Heroes of the Storm. But for League and Dota, last hits are the most crucial aspect. of the
Last
game, really.
tits.
Last tits, dude. Nice.
I guarantee I could show you the fun aspects of it, and at least you'd respect it
Spec it.
comparatively to. how
Bro, when are you
feel
gonna
about
ever
it now.
respect fucking Zoo Tycoon, dog?
I'm gonna play it. It's on Game Pass. Speaking of which, so I'm going to play that game.
So I want
The
you to
new
do
one.
I want you to first do a 3-hour
Okay.
stream of you playing Zoo Tycoon.
That I can do.
Gonna turn into an 8-hour.
Actually, no.
It's gonna be
The
5
fact that
minutes.
Trevor has actually played as much Minecraft as he has,
Bruh.
I kind of owe it to him to play League.
The
honestly.
hatred I had for my that's funny you say that because I forgot that there was a time period where I
Yeah,
didn't
no, that's
like
why.
Minecraft.
Because I remember when you were setting up the server, I was like, dude, you're gonna play for like a few hours and get bored. Because the game does get boring if you don't have goals set in mind. If you don't have
That's
like,
true.
I want to build I want to build my house and like have an enchantment table set up. That'll take you a solid like 4 hours
Right.
at least. And then if you're like, okay, now I want to make a mob farmer, or now I want to make another house in this other place, or like Austin made all the fucking rail cart systems, shit like that. If you don't have shit that you want to do in your head in that game, it's a very, very boring game.
Well, and I'd never be able to do it if it was just by myself. But
Yeah.
this whole collective aspect that we have going on this fucking machine out here is just so interesting to me.
It is fun, yeah. Just the fact, yeah, like you were saying, the fact that we're all playing with each other and talking to each other. It's more of a communal aspect. that we're doing shit together.
And the whole we're all towards a common goal. We have a bunch of collective chests with a bunch of different items in them.
It's kind of like role playing if you think about it. Like, remember when you played fucking Arma for a second?
Yeah,
Dude, that was fun.
I never got into it.
Shit ton of fun, Matt.
We played that a lot. Like at least a few hours every night for a few weeks.
Yeah, just doing drug runs in that game. It was just such an interesting role playing experience.
I think it made it more fun that we knew our friends were the cops and like they were in their own party and we were in our own party.
Yeah.
So knowing that any second they could roll up on us.
It's like fuck with
and
you.
then we'd be like, okay, well they know that we do mushrooms and cocaine. So we're going to make sure to go over to meth and start learning how to do meth because they're not going to go rolling through there. And then we would look at like one time Alex was streaming. He's like, all right, I'm going to go head over to mushrooms because I feel like they might be there. And of course we weren't there. It's like funny shit like that.
Fuck you, Alex. Yeah, I'm down to try that again if Matt is down. No. Are you guys over it?
I would be down to do it again.
I guess I'd be down.
Or GTA. Which is, it's not.
Oh, GTA role playing. I want to try that.
It's not at all the same. Like, it doesn't have the mechanics like Arma does. I don't think.
I just miss GTA somewhat. I haven't played it in so long.
I'm down to just play vanilla GTA. There's like so much shit to do in GTA.
I know, but they kind of, it's like, I think it would be more fun to do RP servers.
Yeah, vanilla would only be fun if we had fucking unlimited money like we used to.
True.
You have to grind so hard in that game. It's retarded now.
Bruh.
Bruh, what?
That was our longest bruh ever. Clip that.
What just happened?
All right, I think that's a sign.
I think that's a sign of that being the end.
I think that's the end of this podcast.
Can we just actually not even do an outro and just literally cut it right there where you guys just do the bruh?
I'm probably going to.
Just have it zoom in on both of your faces, bruh.
And then put the end title cards over it.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, as always, everybody, thank you so much for coming by. Thanks for coming to this podcast. Don't forget to support it. Check it out on the domain website it's on. Check it out on Spotify, iTunes. Give it a review on iTunes. Help us out. Help your brothers out. And we will see you in the next stream, podcast, or video. This has been the Dirty Laundry Podcast, episode 8. This is the Bleach Boys, and we're out.
Oh!